doesn't it surprise you, Jijit, that these Abrahamics don't even feel ashamed? They're forever pointing fingers at others about being based on superstition, and they dare point fingers at us uh, for not being scientific enough, and that they are supposed to have introduced us to science. So tell us how this differs with the Hindu Navvarsh.
Yeah,
Jijit.
I have very much agree with Vedavir ji, and I have made my own studies about the calendar, and the basic problem of the Western calendar is that the January 1st is totally rootless because it's not anchored to any kind of astronomical or seasonal aspects that which is well known for us from the period of Rig Veda onwards. So I have in this year January I have authored a book on the rivers of Rigveda, and I have noted in that the calendrical analysis and our Bharatiya awareness about calendar is right there in the Rigvedic early mandalas itself, and that is the kind of you can say the experience as well as the tradition that we have regarding the calendars. And we had a tradition of modifying the calendar once in every 1,000 years, because this is evident in our ancient texting starting from Rigveda onwards, because there is a phenomena called the precession of equinox, because of which every 72 years there is a 1 degree shift in the vernal equinox. And because of the shift in the vernal equinox, you should be very much careful about your calendar, because uh, after some 1,000 years there will be some kind of a slippage. And Bharatiya tradition is the one tradition which has full awareness about this precession of equinox, and because of that they have modified the calendar every whenever the slippage happens, they have the tradition of modifying this calendar. So that much scientific, as a scientist I can say that much scientific is our tradition of the calendar as well as the new year. So our new years are actually connected with the one of the main connection is with the winter solstice, and also there are some new years which are connected with the vernal equinox. So whatever we call as the Vishua, the Vishu that our tradition celebrates, that is connected with the vernal equinox. And of course the Uttarayana that we celebrate, it is connected with the winter solstice. And these are very well anchored with the astronomical observations, and it also very well anchored with the seasons. So that is the kind of, so if you ask me whether Abrahamic calendar with January 1st as the new year is scientific, or is it Bharatiya tradition calendars which connect with the winter solstice or vernal equinox, which is more scientific, I would say the most scientific is our Bharatiya calendar. And another one more interesting point I want to put in front of the audience is that the January 1st, there is a kind of a connection with the Jesus Christ. For example, in a very late period of the Christian history, they have ambiguously or randomly decided 25th December as the birthday of the Jesus Christ. But basically, it is kind of an ancient festival in the Rome of the god Mitra. Of course, in the same Vedic god Mitra is also celebrated in the Iranian tradition as well as in the Roman tradition. So, in the Roman tradition, the Vedic god Mitra is considered as dying and getting resurrected, which is kind of a copy or an equivalent of a Vedic god Martanda, who is born and then born dead. That is why he is called Martanda, and he got resurrected. And this is mentioned in the Rig Veda. So the same narrative is copied into the Vedic god, the other Vedic god Mitra, who became a god in both in Iranian as well as Roman tradition. And of course, the early Christian missionaries copied that Mitra celebration, which Vedavir also has mentioned. And that celebration was going on in somewhere in December. It was a winter solstice, which was equivalent of today's 25th December. And they have connected it with that. So what happened is, whatever we celebrate as Christmas, the birthday of Jesus is actually a resurrection day of Mitra, which is a great Roman celebration. And then they have counted 7 days from the day of birth of Jesus Christ, and celebrate a circumcision day of, because it's a Jewish practice to have after the seventh day of birth to do circumcision of the child. And so the January 1st is basically have a connection with the circumcision day of Jesus Christ. I mean, and basically we can technically say that the new year that we are celebrating is a kind of the circumcision celebration of Jesus Christ. So that is the kind of the only connection I am able to see, but not many people know about it. And this is so it's no having no connection, no anchoring, scientific anchoring with any astronomical observations or even with the seasons.